Hi, this is Zach here with the Bulletin Board Heroes here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Tuesday, the 30th of January. Starting off with the FTSE 100, which has delivered a little bull flag here over the last two sessions, and looking for that breakout through the 7670 area to take us up to 7800 at the top of that rising trend channel from back in August, only back below the area of the 50 and 200-day moving averages, around 7565, really delaying that outcome to the upside. Worst case at the moment is we break back below the 50 and 200-day lines and head back to the floor of that channel there at 74.30. But at the moment, looks like we've got a little break to the upside, maybe 130 points or so on the bullish tack. Moving along to the DAX, and here you can see that we are trying to edge through that all-important 17,000 level. Through that, we're looking for a target as high as 17,900 by the end of next month at the top of a rising trend channel from back in October. Downside at the moment limited, hopefully, to 16,600 at the floor of that channel and that broken red December resistance line. Moving along to the Dow, and here it's all about the 38,000 level, which has been cleared rather easily. In fact, the last price action over the last couple of sessions finding support there at 38,000, which is a strong sign and suggests that we are on track to head up to 39,700 by the end of February. At the moment, the downside limited hopefully to the area of the 50-day moving average and recent December-January support around 37,000, but as I said, probably the 38,000 area already coming in as support, and hopefully any dips will be stopped by the floor of that rising trend channel from October at 37,700. Moving along to Bitcoin, and here recent days have seen good support from just below the 40,000 level. We've broken through the 50-day line, which is what we wanted to do on an end-of-day close basis, to open up the prospect of a retest of January resistance towards or just above 49,000 by the end of February. Best case at the moment is to hit the top of that rising August trend channel as high as 51,000 by the end of next month. Worst case is that we have to test the 39,500, 40,000 area one more time. RSI at 56, which is right in the box seat in terms of a new potential leg to the upside. Moving along to gold, and here rather stuck against this line there from last month. I suppose the line really actually at the 2050 level, and we're looking for an end of day close through that to give us 2100 over the next couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then up to 2150 plus at the top of that rising trend channel from March by the end of next month. Downside hopefully limited to brief dips towards 2000. Nightmare scenarios, we have to test the 200-day line again and the floor of that channel at 1980 before we head higher. But you can see there from the RSI trace we're bouncing along neutral 50, which suggests that we're limbering up for a move to the upside. Onto the stocks, and starting off with Cambridge Cognition, which had an update today. Here we're trying to develop a rising trend channel, rather a broadening triangle base, gapped up off the low. So it's effectively a bear trap gap reversal after yesterday's hammer candle, which was interesting. Want to see an end of day close above the 50-day line around 52 pence to give us a target as high as 60 pence by the end of next month. Only back below 50, really delaying the potential for a move to the upside or a further move to the upside. Next up is Ethernity, and here you can see that we're making progress within this rising trend channel base. We've been bouncing along the 50-day moving average in a nice way. That's that's flat now rather than heading down, which is a good sign. V-shaped bull flag of the price action over the last week or so, looking for 2.8 pence by the end of next month, while we're above that 50-day line around 1.25 pence. Moving on to Great Western, and here progress being made, unfilled gap to the upside after the rebound above or rebound at and above the rising 50-day moving average. That rising 50-day line, a good signal, as is the unfilled gap to the upside so far today. Want to see a break end of day close above the 200-day moving average around 0.06.5, and above that looking for 0.1 pence by the end of next month, or even sooner than that. The break of the 200-day line will be the first time properly since back in April, and obviously that didn't last very long. Moving along to the situation at Galileo, and here update from the company. It'll gap to the upside through a rising 200-day line. That suggests that things are improving here technically. Initial resistance obviously there at 1.3 pence. Best case scenario is that we head up towards the 1.7 pence level and the top of that broadening triangle from the beginning of last year by the end of next month, although obviously here there's a bit of a roadblock there around 1.3 to 1.4 pence. But as long as the shares stay on the right side of a penny, it looks as though this time we could break through. Everything in the last few sessions has been about Helium 1, and here the shares actually beat even the best case scenario target, which was the 50-day moving average around 1.4 pence. We need to stay above that to give us a new leg to the upside to fill that gap from December up to 2.9 pence, which is now the best case scenario target. Obviously we've come up a long way in a short time, so the key here really is holding that 50-day line now at 1.3 pence. We want to stay above that on an end of day close basis. Moving along to one of the best RNSs of the day and great fundamentals here at Hvivo. Here we're having a second major go at cracking the 30 pence zone. If we can do that, then it would be back up to hopefully 45 pence over the next couple of months, maybe by the end of March. The key here is remaining above 25 pence, and that would then bring out the normal progression that we have, sort of 10, 15, 25, 40, which tends to happen in improving or recovery situations. So above 25, looking for a break of 30, and then on to 40 to 45 by the end of March, and a V-shaped bull flag developing quite nicely there as well. Next up is a stock which doesn't get much attention either here or anywhere else, which is Location Sciences, but I'm including it because of the unfilled gap to the upside through the 50 and, well, through the 200-day moving average there at 0.14. Above that, we're looking obviously for a retest of the old February resistance, January resistance from last year, around 0.24, looking for that by the end of next month. Ideally, we stay above the resistance on the way down at 0.18 on an end-of-day close basis to give us that target 2.24. Mosman's improving as well, which is nice to see after that rather weird spike that we had last month. Initial target here up to the 0.3 pence level, 0.3 pence level. After that, looking for obviously resistance on the way down towards 0.6 pence, and that could happen by the end of March, but looking for the 0.03 zone hopefully over the next 2 to 3 weeks, on the basis that the shares have finally turned after that extended testing of the 50-day line that we've had over the last week to 10 days. Optibiotix looking rather better and helped by today's update. Here you can see that shares bouncing off the floor of that rising trend channel from July, that level around 25 pence. We've got a rising 50-day line starting to curl up as well. So looking for 35 pence by the end of next month, and then hopefully after that, maybe sometime in March, back up to the best levels and hitting the top of that rising trend channel from July up to 46 pence on that particular situation. We really want to see the shares remain on the right side of 25 pence over the near term. Good few days on the upside for Pensana, and you'll see how that's happened. Here we've had break of the 50 and 200-day lines yesterday, and fast approaching our resistance area from September around 37 pence. Hopefully we'll see that over the next week or so. Upside valued while we hold above the 200-day line at 26 pence, and ideally now we stay on the right side of December resistance on the way down at 29 pence on an end-of-day close basis. Predator is always an exciting market, or usually an exciting market. Here we've had a key reversal up to end last week off a rising 50-day moving average, or above a rising 50-day moving average. That suggests some decent strength here. Initial target 15 pence over the next day or two, and then up to maybe 20 pence plus, hopefully by the end of next month, fundraising obviously issues permitting. On to Symphony, where I suggested that the bears probably don't want to take a gamble on the EU update or the EU verdict on the company, and here we've broken through and we've managed to break our initial target here around 6.3 pence. Above that we were looking for 11 pence by the end of next month, and obviously depending on how things go, it could be rather quicker than that. But hopefully the downside here, if there is disappointment, will be limited to the 5 to 5.5 pence zone, which was resistance on the way down. Slight fluttering of excitement, or at least in terms of price action here at Scene. We've got a rising trend channel there rising 50-day, 200-day rather, moving average. Rising trend channel heading for 9 pence, and we're looking for that by the end of next month. If you're cautious, you wait for an end of day close through the 50-day moving average of 5.9 pence before assuming 9 pence is on its way. There's always speculation surrounding Synergia, and here we've had a bear trap rebound from below a rising 50-day moving average. Initial resistance here at the 200-day line at 0.11. Above that, looking for 0.16 by the end of next month. Finishing off with Tech Capital, which is also looking like a better situation at the moment. We've broken neckline resistance there around 8.4 pence. Above that, looking for we were looking for 10 pence and the 200-day line, and then up to 14 pence by the end of next month. But the key here, holding that 8 pence zone over the near term. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.